The Dominion forces successfully marched into Concordia's capital, but once there, they were met by the fierce resistance of Celestia and the Azure Dragon. Soon afterwards, the Azure Peristyllium surrendered, while still under siege. The Consortium of Eight was hesitant about Concordia's surrender issued behind closed gates. But they eventually deemed Concordia incapable of further resistance and declared victory. All that remained in the way of Rubrum completing its unification of Orients was the Militesi capital and the White Peristyllium.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy Type-0. So, normally we would start over there, but during my explanation, I'm not gonna lie, I fumbled a lot and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna start from the beginning. I'm not going to, like, cut out the, the cutscene that just happened, and I'm just going to start my explanation from the beginning, because some people probably may have noticed that I skipped a mission. So, it was that overworld mission type. I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what the game's called it, but you know, it's the one where you take over the cities, it's the ones where you don't have to do them, and yeah, that's what I decided to do. I decided not to do this one, because I'll be honest, I tried recording it, and my god, I was dry as all hell in my commentary. It was not an enjoyable experience to sit through for me, let alone having other people sit through it. And to be honest, that's not the reason why I want to play this game. I want to play this game... When I decided I wanted to play this game, I knew that they had that kind of stuff in it, but that's not why I wanted to play. I wanted to play because I wanted to know the world and, you know, the story. And to be honest, when playing those parts, it doesn't really have a lot of bearing on the game story as a whole, and I've shown 2 of them off already, so it's not like I've just not shown it, but I just don't find them very enjoyable, in all honesty. So I actually kind of respect the game giving me... I should probably start moving. I actually kind of respect the game giving me an option to skip them, because I just don't care for them that much, in all honesty, which is kind of sad, but it's the truth. So I came to the decision that for this one, I'm just gonna skip it, because I don't really want to waste an entire video just going through it. I'd rather, you know, have it doing stuff like this, and like the events, and like character interactions and stuff, because this is the stuff personally I enjoy, and it's not to sound, I'm usually a modest guy, but not to sound too, you know, it's mine, but like, it's my playthrough, and, you know, this is what I want to focus on. I know that comes off as sounding very like, aha, I have all of the power, but, you know, I don't know, it was kind of weird just sitting there trying to commentate over what was basically a RTS Lite. And if I was doing them on my own, I'm pretty sure I would have fun of them, but since I have to try and commentate over them, it just didn't end well. But yeah, that's my explanation. I'm really sorry that I skipped the mission, but we're coming near the end game, so hopefully it shouldn't have too much bearing on the case.
Oh, just who I was hoping to see.
What? You talking to me, hey?
Yes, I'm talking to you, you idiot. Pardon. I mean, you simpleton?
That ain't much different.
So, how can we help you today?
I want to join Class 0.
What?
I'm ready to begin right now.
Huh?
If you ever need me during the campaign, just call. Or perhaps I'll just tag along.
No, wait. What are you talking about?
You're not very quick on the uptake now, are you? What I'm saying is that I want to help Class 0.
Oh, okay. Hey, you're not calling the shots here!
Such a tiresome oaf. Perhaps the sensible young lady understands.
Do you mind if I ask why?
Isn't it obvious? For magical training and Phantoma. It wasn't easy to find the information, and what a surprise to think that of all the cadets in academia, you were the ones who were the closest to the truth of magic. Let me join Class 0, and let me collect Phantoma.
So tell me, how much do you know about Phantoma?
I know that they're the source of life, or perhaps it would be more accurate to call them souls.
Hey. How'd you find that out, huh? If Intel finds out, you're in deep trouble, yo.
I have been aware of that for quite some time. I have been very well aware.
Very well then. Please, join us in Class 0.
You serious?
We are authorized to allow others in.
Well then,
But you will work under my supervision and assist me with Phantoma magic crafting. And please know, this is not a game. Be advised that you may be required to ultimately pay for your actions with your life.
I understand. I will bear the weight of accountability. Allow me to formally introduce myself. Quan Yobats. I am at your disposal.
I believe you can only get that event if you talk to the this guy and do all of his tasks beforehand, which I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to do for any of the side characters, so I'm happy I got to show that off. But looks like we got a bunch of free events in the classroom, so let's start off with, I think that's Deuce? Look at the hair. I'm pretty sure that's Deuce. So, what do you got to say, Deuce?
It took a great sacrifice. But now the Dominion has a definite chance of winning.
Yes. We were losing in numbers, but the tides have turned. The next battle will settle it all.
I've been thinking lately. It might all depend on whether or not...
We can effectively control the tide of battle.
How did you know what I was going to say?
Huh? I don't know, but I feel like we've had this exact conversation before.
I never said that before. Is this the deja vu that's been bothering you?
That wouldn't tell her what you were about to say. Unless she really has heard all this before.
I wonder what it is. Is something wrong with me? But when Mother saw me, she said that I was perfectly fine.
If Mother says so, then you should be fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Kater, you are... that doesn't sound extremely great. And what have you got to say, little Tomberry? Is it sad without your master? I'm not sure how entirely to translate that. Or that. But he gave me an ether, so... I'm not gonna say no to it. We got another event here by the cemetery. Let's see what everyone's up to inside.
A lot of people died. Maybe it's because I don't remember them, but it just doesn't feel real.
We should be thankful for all that the crystal does for us. To think how I'd feel if I remembered all of these people. It gives me chills.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I doubt that we'd be able to go on fighting. In fact, if it weren't for the crystal, we wouldn't be able to move forward.
Yeah, but aren't you scared? I mean, even just a little?
Huh? Scared?
Well, what if I just happened to die? Then no one would remember me? Even if I died protecting someone, they'd forget me. You all would. So would Machina.
Well, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't sad. But I still feel better knowing that none of us will be held back by ghosts of the past.
We're cadets, yo, remember? All of us chose this path knowing death is waiting for us right around the corner.
Is wanting people to remember you after you die... is that...
Sorry, Rem, but I'm pretty sure that the crystal is acting with not the greatest intentions behind it. It's just a hunch.
What's up?
What have you got to say, Ace? I think this is actually the first time I've ever had a chance of speaking with Ace. Looks like we finally reached out to the end of our journey. It's kind of incredible to think how far we've come. Not just as individuals, but as class too. When you think about it, all of us has been through a lot since the liberation. We made a couple new friends and lost plenty more along the way. I'll never forget the time we got stranded in Melites. We were all hiding together in that shack, worried that the Empire would show up to kill us at any moment. But it wasn't all bad. In fact, sitting there, huddled around the campfire, telling stories as a group was actually kind of, well, fun. So we may have had our differences over the last few months, but we've stuck together. It feels like we were destined to be with one another, kind of like a family. Well, glad to know at least one of the cadets feels that way. But I can tell you one thing that I've actually been doing, because it's been a while since I've played this game in all honesty, so I've been having to try and remember while out on the field with my training, because I had to pick up where I left off. And I've been doing a lot of other stuff. Where am I going? I think I'm going to the armory. Pretty sure there's a free event there. But I've actually been trying to complete a lot of stuff. Because one thing that's great about LPs is that it gives you the chance to finish games and like stick to them, which is absolutely great. But I'll go more into that after talking with the class 11th Moogle. You all seem to be doing well. Unfortunately, I'm faced with quite the quandary, as it were, Kupo. You see, many of my cadets fell in combat and our research is currently at a standstill, Kupo. Research? Of course, you must be wondering why a group of combat inexperienced intellectuals such as my cadets would be anywhere near the front. Correct, Kupo? I too was naturally perplexed when Class 11th received a directive to join the sortie at Big Bridge, but apparently our legions needed a unit to deliver supplies on the front lines, Kupo. And so, following my orders, my cadets timorously began their advance, and, as one might surmise, they met a rather unpleasant end before even reaching their destination, Kupo. To make matters worse, those who lost their lives were not the most meticulous of researchers, you see, and they failed to properly document any of their studies, Kupo. Thus the transition of project from one cadet to another has been anything but smooth, and our budget is already rather tight in mind. Oh, would those children were more fastidious, Kupo. Well, glad to know that the death of your class meant so much to you. You're in your freaking research. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I was, one game series that I was actually trying to beat, well, I say series, but one game I was actually, really trying to, beat before the next one came up was actually the story to Blaze Blue, of all things, because I played Chrono Phantasm on the channel one time online, and I'm not a massive Blaze Blue guy because it's a bit too fast for me sometimes, and something about it doesn't always feel right, but I gave it a go and got through the entire story mode and all of the extra story modes, because as much as that game is anime as all hell, I kind of like it. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure kind of thing, even though I know it's kind of dumb in places, with its mentions of, like, freaking using terms that don't make any sense, like power of order and something intervention. I can't remember what they called it.
Hello?
But whatever, let's talk to Carla. Guess what happened? It just so happens that I made an absolute killing the other day. As promised, here's your cut of the cape, a whopping 222,000 Jill. Huh, you actually made good on the deal. Oh, and I can speak to you again.
As of today, I'm the newest member of Class 0.
Newest member? What are you talking about?
You see, I was thinking lately, that vermilion cape you guys in Class 0 wear? I could make so much more gil with one of those. You wouldn't believe it.
No, I mean, you can't just join Class 0. What?
What's the matter? Huh? An official transfer?
Yup, it's official. I've already been approved.
You don't mean that...
Yup, I am an honor student after all. I've got connections.
Connections should...
Oh, and I'm just going to do whatever I want, so don't mind me, okay? By the way, since we're in the same class, I'll help you with missions. At a classmate discount.
Oh, Carla. Stay classy till the end. But anyway, that's BlazBlue. What other stuff have I been trying to complete? There was definitely another one. Oh yeah, I've been trying to complete Fire Emblem Fates because, I have all 3 versions of that game and I haven't beaten a single one of them yet, so... That has definitely, definitely been something I've been trying to complete, even though... The thing I love about that game is that I've been focusing so much on the side stuff, so I keep on forgetting to do the story missions. Well, I mean, I don't forget, they're right there in front of me, but I always want to do, like, challenges in order to raise, like, support stuff with characters, and then, you know, see the conversations between them, because stuff like that in games I really love. Like, that's why I love the free events in this game so much, because it gives like character interactions, and that's why I love Persona with like the social links. I just love stuff in games like that where you can just where you can just talk and it benefits you. That's also the part which I love about you. It's not just like lore dumping or character exposition, it actually benefits you. Like this, it gives you items in Fire Emblem, it makes characters work better with each other, and in Persona, it gives you the ability to make more powerful personas. But anyway, let's just stop standing awkwardly in front of Seven and actually speak to her. I know the Empire's crystal jammer doesn't affect us, but have you ever stopped and wondered why? Actually, yeah, that's actually a good point. I don't think they've ever explained. They say that the Vermilion Bird Crystal blesses everyone in the Dominion with the ability to use magic, and that our magic faculties are the strongest just before adulthood, and right around our age. But if the jammer was designed to obstruct the flow of energy from the crystal to the people, does that mean we derive our magic powers from a different source? It's probably nothing for us to worry about anyway. Mother says we'll always be able to use magic no matter what, so maybe we should just be grateful and not ask questions. I don't know. I feel like we should be asking a ton of questions. It's just a hunch. Because there is a bunch of... I know for a fact that we are getting near to the end of this game. But there are a bunch of questions I still have. And hopefully I'll get some answers. Hopefully it doesn't require too many, like, separate playthroughs, because I know this game is heavily designed to have, like, separate playthroughs. But I will try and get as many answered on the single playthrough as it is. What have you got? Hey, Class 0. I expect to see you guys around here. Actually, could I talk to you about something for a second? Sure. It's nothing important, really, and it's not about you either. It's about me. It's just that, well, I'm kind of a loner in my class, and I don't have anyone else to talk with. It didn't always used to be like that, though. I know there were a couple of people in my class who I used to spend a lot of time with, but I can't remember anything about who they were. Now that whoever my friends were are all gone, it's just me and a bunch of cliques. And I'm constantly on the outside of everyone else's inside jokes. Being in a class isn't very fun anymore. Man, what a kind of weirdly harsh but light way to think of your dead comrades. I'm not sure how to respond to that, in all honesty. That one was a weird one. Anyway, that's actually all of the character interactions I think we have. So, you know what? I think I'm going to end off the episode here. I know it's a short one, but like I said, I like to keep these things separate from the missions, and hopefully, you know what? No, before I end off the episode, before I do that, I'm going to actually check to see what mission it is, because I know we have a lot of days, and it's kind of wasteful for not using the days to do the side stuff, but to be honest, I don't care. Like, that's one thing that I came to a conclusion while playing through this game, especially for a Let's Play, is that for the side stuff, I don't care for showing that off, because it's like, it's not 100%. I made it very clear that it wasn't going to be 100%. And hang on, actually, I'll read the mission description when I get to the Moogle. But what was I saying? Oh wait, no, it's right here. Never mind. I want to focus on the main, like, on-the-ground missions and all of the events and interactions between characters. So all of the side stuff, I really don't care about. I see the Dominion celebrities have arrived fashionably late as usual. I was standing in here all day, dude. I literally gave you 4 days and 4 hours notice. While you were off ironing those garish capes of yours, my legions were busy engaging the Empire. They're the real heroes of this war, not you. The reason the Empire is about to breathe their last breath is because my soldiers have their boots stamped on their windpipe. Now that we're clear, report to your Moogle for your briefing. This will likely be the last time in the field, so try to prove yourself useful. Now get out of my sight. I'm actually kind of wondering, does that mean that there's another on the ground, like, on the map battle that they want me to do? Because I'm gonna skip that if that's the case. If they actually want me to do it, then I'm actually just gonna straight up skip it. I don't care. I want to get to the real meat of what's happening. This is it. Hofeslev is to invade and seize the Imperial capital, Kupo. Having lost over half of their forces at Azure, Milites is unable to prevent Rubrum from invading the Imperial capital of Ingram. Imperial forces in the city refuse to submit, however, and they greet Dominion troops with fierce resistance. With Dominion casualties mounting on a staggering rate, Central Command dispatches Class 0 to the Imperial capital via airship. Okay, no, it's an actual mission. For this mission, you will be approaching from the air. Head to the airship landing and prepare for departure, Kupo. Okay, you know what? Sounds good to me. There will be no more mission skipping today, so let's go with my original plan and end this video off. So, in the next episode of Class 0? No, Final Fantasy Type 0, we will take an airship to the Milites capital, not the Dominion capital. We're already there. And, hopefully, we can finish this war off once and for all. A second time. See you guys then.